Do you want to be a millionaire or a billionaire? You may think the only thing that differentiates a poor person from a rich person is working hard. But according to many millionaires and billionaires, that's just not the case. After all, there are many hard-working janitors out there. But there are some crucial things all poor people do that rich people don't. Today we're going to look at those things, and if you apply them, you could become rich in no time. Today we're going to look at things poor people do that rich people don't. But before we better ourselves, why not subscribe and press the notification bell too? Coming up first, we have results versus time. This one is crucial, and it's all about how you get paid. Are you being paid based on your results or based on how much time you spend working? Rich people get paid based on their results. For example, if they perform better, they're paid more, and if they perform badly, they're paid less. But for poor people, it does not matter how they perform. It simply matters that they spend the time, no matter how good or bad they perform. Sadly, poor people often don't profit from their own hard work. Instead, their boss does. The crucial thing here is rich people own up to the risk of getting a bad result, and by extension improving the service or product that they're selling. This means all of the risk and all of the profits are theirs. So make sure whatever your work is, it's based on results. Only when you're actually affected positively or negatively by a change in results can you actually improve yourself. And that is the only way you can really get rich. So make sure you have a job where you're paid based on the results you get, and not simply how much time you spend browsing Facebook in the office. Next up is investing versus saving. You may think that poor people spend all their money while rich people save it. But that's actually a common misconception. Instead, it goes like this. Poor people focus on saving and rich people focus on investing. You barely ever get rich by saving. All the money you save actually goes down by 2% every year due to inflation. So that's why you must invest your money. Now, you don't have to become the Wolf of Wall Street and play the stock market. Instead, sit down with a financial advisor who charges next to nothing. Then simply put in a few $100s or a few $1,000s every year into an investment fund. This is super simple to do, and it's not only the 1% who can do it. In fact, absolutely anyone can do it if they have an extra few $100 or $1,000 every year. This will be a steady stream of passive income you don't need to do anything to make. If you simply save your money, it's not doing anything and is simply just waiting to be spent. Next up is spending versus investing. So I've already talked about saving versus investing and why you should invest rather than saving. But another thing that many poor people do that rich people don't is spend money. Now, don't get me wrong, rich and poor people both spend money, but when rich people spend money, they're often investing. And I'm not talking about in stocks and shares. For example, if you're buying an item of clothing, what does that say about you? Are you buying a $200 t-shirt to impress other people you don't even like? Or are you buying a good quality shirt to impress a client that may make you more money? The quality shirt that will impress a client is an investment, but spending money simply to flex on Instagram is a waste of money. For example, some poor people may spend money on Jordans or the latest iPhone they don't really need. But take a look at how someone like Bill Gates dresses. He wears pretty basic clothing, but it's very durable and will last a long time, meaning it's an investment. This is also the case with things like technology. Are you buying the latest iPhone you don't really need to flex? Or are you buying a smartwatch to help improve your activity, thus investing in yourself? Are you buying that sports car you can't afford to show off? Or are you buying a durable car which will get you from A to B and last for decades as an investment? Next up is blaming versus responsibility. Talk to any rich person and they'll say the number one thing that helps them is taking responsibility. When a rich person fails, they take full responsibility. But when a poor person fails, they often blame others for their misfortunes. Multimillionaire Gary Vaynerchuk says it's a great strategy to make sure you blame everything on yourself. You may think this will make you feel really bad, but it actually does the opposite. It allows you to not see things carved in stone. Instead, your mind is thinking about how you can change everything, which is a great mindset. If you don't learn from your mistakes and blame everyone else, then you can't improve. It simply closes all doors and decreases your earning skills. Many billionaires say don't use cheap excuses like the economy's bad or my boss doesn't like me. Instead, take full accountability for your failures and use them to learn. Simply take every single fail as an opportunity. This will not only improve your mindset and self-worth, but also make you a ton of money in the long run. If you're not your own boss of your own life and you're not deciding your own destiny, how can you expect to ever improve and get rich? Coming up next is learning versus knowing. Do you think you know everything? If so, then you may be a poor person. Poor people think they know it all, but rich people realize that they don't know much and are continuously learning. For example, Bill Gates says he hasn't accomplished anything in a day if he hasn't learned at least one thing. Now, this isn't just about acquiring facts and knowledge. Instead, rich people use this to improve themselves so they make fewer mistakes and more money. Poor people may think they already are perfect and don't need to know more. After all, if they learn something new, that means they weren't perfect before. Rich people actually despise becoming perfect as that will limit their potential. They always want to learn more and improve themselves. Thanks for watching. Check out some more videos on screen right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe.